Hello, I am UMN Mike, and I am going to be playing the Chasm pre-release. Chasm, however you wish to pronounce it. Alright, so I donated when this was back on... Oop, wrong one. Yes, I have kind of looked at this before, tried out a little bit. It's an interesting game. I'm liking it a lot, but as I was saying, I donated back when it was on Kickstarter. This is something we'll see later, hopefully. Quit to main menu, there we go. I'm gonna start from the beginning. But, yes, I'm gonna go on normal because I'm bad. And talk a little bit about it. La la la. Yes, that is an important warning. As I said, it's a pre-released version I got for donating. And one of the big things I want you to pay attention to is all the music. Welcome to Carthus, because that is one of my favorite things about this. Health and mana, but I have no money nor bottles. So the music in this game is absolutely beautiful. There's really there's nothing no part of the music I dislike thus far. The game itself, the graphics are, I mean, obviously they're not Xbox One, PS4, you know, all of that goodness. Catty. And a dog upstairs. But they're they work very well, and they're a very nice choice, I think. Oh yes. Ding! Welcome to Carthus, lad. You must have been sent out to find the mining crew. Go down to investigate. I now have a key. But yes, basically you're this soldier guy. A little sword. Oh, you can dodge with Y? I actually never knew that. Backstep. Yes, and B is your other item, which right now is a fist punch to the face. Hey, you get a letter to come home for one reason or another, and you get stuck here. Now, the game when... Whoa. Poison water? I don't think I've ever actually seen that generate yet. As I was gonna say though, the game is from the way it was explained to me, a Metroidvania style game. So one of those where you spend a lot of time getting items and upgrades and yada yada, and eventually, as you get more and more of those upgrades, you come and backtrack and take care of other stuff. And thus far that description seems pretty accurate. It's got cool bits of story that you can find out by reading journal entries. But what's cool about it is unlike Metroid or Castlevania games, which are, you know, the same map every time you play it, items are in the same place. This game has gone a little further with that formula and made it, I think the phrase would be procedurally generated. Each time you start the game up and do a new game, it is a different map. The items still are in the same order you have to get them, but those items are in different areas. So like right now, this map I'm going through is different from the playthrough I accidentally continued earlier. Oh yeah, give me a moment. Here, this is going to dim a little bit. Oop, not what I want to do. That's what I want to do. I want you to listen to the music here. This music, when playing the first couple times, I just had blaring because I enjoyed it so much. Like, I think this is really good, and it gets better as it continues on. I could just listen to this all day. I will definitely be buying the soundtrack, if that doesn't come with the tier I donated to. Alright, sorry about that. Oh, this is one of those journal entries. And what's neat is the picture in the back actually corresponds to the journal entry. And the story is kind of cool. Picked up the journal. Found evidence of the tribe rumored to live in these mountains. It may be that these are the ghost raiders mentioned in many ancient texts, but for the purpose of my studies, I shall refer to them as the Lodori tribe, in respect to the Lodorian mountains in which they once lived. So, that is possibly the only journal entry I'll be going through in this playthrough, because I don't want to ruin too much, because I really do think this is a game that, if you like, or even think you like, games of this style, or even having an interest in them, I would definitely say to pick this up when it comes out, because as much as I liked the Metroid and Castlevania series, I was never really good enough at the Metroid to finish too many of the games, didn't have the patience for it. And while the Castlevania games had a really cool story, the maps and all that in there just drove me insane. I got lost time after time after time. So I never really played too many of these games. But I can tell you right now, I'm very, very glad I chose to donate to this and am playing it. And if you're wondering why I chose to donate to this game, if I'm not very good nor have really played much or beaten much of games of this style, I had seen a Let's Look At of this done by Northern Lion, and I can't really explain why, but the concept and the look of the game really got me excited. I did a little bit of, looking and a bit of research on it for the little bit for the little bit that was ready in there of the game at the time, and I felt it was, even if it was a game I myself would not be playing a whole lot, I definitely felt it was a game that deserved to exist. And so I did my part in making sure it did. And no, it's not the, oh brag, I made this game happen, just, I felt it was a good enough game to, in the Kickstarter, to donate a sum to, even though it was a game I was not really expecting to play a whole ton of. But, as said, I'm very glad I did, and I have been enjoying myself with the pre-release copy, even though I have not gotten very far because I'm not very good at it. I love the music in the caverns. I do like how you can see in the background here the little, rail cars falling off. Like, the backgrounds are beautifully done. And these are confusing. Little safe zones, and the fires are like a checkpoint system. So like here I've got the essence. I can buy a level up. Essence works like gold and gold. It works as experience. There we go. Kind of a little bit like the Dark Souls series. And it works really well, I think. Others may disagree, but And the first time you meet those rock guys, especially if you haven't watched someone else play it, they usually get you the first couple times. I just got a little used to their pattern. Did I really not? I went up there and didn't go where I could have. But anyways, where was I going with that? And at least thus far, the monsters all, you know, have tells you get used to and can use to combat them better. Like this guy, when he looks at you, gives you that momentary, I'm getting ready to charge. Topaz. The topaz and clay cups, I have yet to understand what to do with them. I'm pretty sure it's going to be a very simple, easy thing, either a collectible or something I can sell, but of course I'm completely oblivious to their use. And like later on you get armors, accessories, stuff like that. I can show you this, your equipment. X hand, B hand, head, body, accessory 1 and 2, and the other one I have like a ring, bandana, and then like a, maybe not a bandana, a bracelet or something, and then yeah, and a bandana. I don't have body armor yet, but, and then journals, you can see the things you read up on before. Treasure. So I'm assuming I can just sell those. Artifacts, scrolls, equipment, and crystal. The scrolls are your abilities, if I remember right. Equipment are, I think, certain items you need to progress through the game. Like, I think you have to find a cog. There might be a cogwheel that you need for 1 point might go into the equipment. The crystals, I have no idea. I've yet to see a crystal. Full screen falls. Bone arrowhead. And the controls are rather smooth. I have no complaints about them. I'm using the controller just because I am... The nicest way to put it is I am completely... My hand-eye coordination issues are extremely noticeable when using a keyboard and mouse. In this case, it would just be the keyboard. I don't think you actually use your mouse for anything. But seeing as how I grew up and have, you know, used controllers on the consoles for all my life, I'm just a tiny bit better with that. And there's some interesting platforming rooms, which I'm a little sad haven't shown themselves quite yet. Like there's one that have been both of the playthroughs I've kind of started and went through thus far, where they have like, ooh, I wonder if that actually, no, you don't actually hit it when you're, see that's kind of one of those rooms. This is the first time I've seen this version of a platforming room. Oh, I can't go any further here. But, yeah, there's one with a bunch of, like, coal carts, or not carts, but, like, buckets on a wall rail that go in big circles, and you have to time your jumps on that just right to get to it. Sometimes I do that room quite well. Other times I end up jumping on lots of spikes, which this is interesting because in all my other playthroughs there've been a lot of spikes down there, but this one has the green mist, which I really don't feel like finding out exactly what those do. go. Wait a moment. Oh yeah, I gotta go all the way around. Yeah, I'm just pretty much just going through this. Gonna have a couple videos. What I like about it. You know, and I really don't have anything to say against it thus far. I mean, I got a little annoyed with one of the bosses, but that was my own fault, because what this game does is you learn through trial and error. You die, learning the boss's moves, and then you know, come back, fight them again with what you've learned, get a little further, come back, and dying's not a huge deal. You know, kind of like Dark Souls, when you die, you lose all of your essence, and you gotta make it back to where it was before without dying again. And if you do, you get everything back. Oh, here's one of those rooms I was telling you about, all the coal buckets. This time it's green mist on the bottom instead of spikes. Ooh, nope. Okay, the spikes do a lot of damage. If I remember right, the spikes do exactly 1/4 of your life every time they hit. I assume the gas just keeps damaging you as you stay in it. Oh, no. You'll probably hear me say 1,000 times just how much I love this. Dang it. Caves music. Or mines, or whatever this... Probably should know the name of the area at this point, but I don't. Ooh, that was a little close. Yeah, at least thus far, the puzzle rooms have mostly been platforming puzzles like this. You know, just, oh, I gotta get over there to get the button. You sometimes have no idea where the button is. Like there, I didn't know what was up there. I figured it was either a button or I had to go up to go around, because sometimes they, I'm gonna die here real soon. Yep, yeah, there we go. I don't know why I had turned around there, but... Yep, I died. And then as you see here, I spawned back at the fire I was at. No essence. I get to keep my leaves, which are crafting items. You craft potions with them. But you gotta have bottles to contain those potions. I think, I might be wrong, but I think the nice thing is in that puzzle room, because I've hit the switch once, I don't have to do it again. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure I don't have to do it again. Which some people, I mean, you might have to do it on hardcore mode, I don't know. But it's nice for a much more casual gamer like me to not have to do that every time I die. As you can see, there's all my essence. And there are different weapons you can get. I've only found one other weapon. There's a big bird here. I'm not going to read the journal entry. I'll save that for if you decide to get it. Which I would recommend. Like I said, if you have any interest in games like this. How's that close to a new checkpoint? It sucks. So I could level up again. I think I will. Item drop rates, mana drop by creatures. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that. Whee. Yeah, this guy. I came down here to find the missing miners too. Trying to repair the elevator, but it's missing a critical part. So now I have to go find said critical part. Deadly mists. So it's kind of fun, because maybe I'm making too much of it, but like up until this point, because I had started 2 games just to see the differences. In the first 2 games, I had spikes at the bottom of like every pit. And this has the green gas this time. So like that's kind of a, hey, that's really cool, new and neat. Another journal entry I'm going to skip over. Now what's funny is they had a demo version of this too, like a super pre-release. And you can feel the difference with some of these creatures. Like those spiky guys really haven't changed much. These goblins didn't exist. Remember, right, those charging rats up there really weren't much of a deal. Like, they're pretty easily killed. There are a lot of these little rats' nests, and the little rats were a little more annoying because they kept spawning and spawning. But those little blue guys hanging from the ceiling would only hurt if you touched them. I have no idea where this goes. Sometimes these skeletons have oh, here we go. Shortcut to get to the surface. I'll just do this. It's like right now, go to this lady shop. I can buy leaves for crafting. Right now, since I have no bottles and I can't get that bottle yet, I'm just gonna have to wait. If I remember right, once you get that guy that's asking for the critical part back, he'll blacksmith there maybe? Yep, this still requires an empty bottle though, which I think is nice. You can buy the potion if you don't have the stuff to craft it and use essence, but you still need the bottles, which, you know, gates how many you're allowed to use. Shop. And I think I can only sell the treasures to this guy, but still. Got myself a bunch of essence that I can use to either level up, or I can use to buy items later. I probably should have waited to sell those until I either needed to level or until I, you know, got the blacksmith guy to buy something. But, oh, treasure. Okay, jade ring. There's first real equipment. So, accessory. So that brings my luck up, which luck controls critical, drop rates, and mana drops, if I remember right. And when you go back up to the surface, these guys respawn, just like as if you had died. Oh, getting myself killed. And I don't have to kill these guys, but I like me some experience. Oh, okay. It's way back to where I wanted, or was going, I think. Now we go up here to check upstairs. Ooh. And me being a big RPG player, I like to, God, I'm so bad at this. I like to explore every little nook and cranny. Because, come on, if it's somewhere you don't have to go, there's cool stuff. See, here's the spikes, and those hurt. A quarter of your life every time you touch them. Ooh. Ooh. That was a little gutsy. I normally do not take chances like that, but... Oh, okay. Let's say, what's going on here? Oh, duck. Jump, duck, big chest. What do I got? Cistus. That is a new weapon, if I remember right. Yes, this. I get a lot more attack, but it's still got the punch range. Well, it's not a lot more attack, it's 12 attack, but still, I mean, it's something. Oh, dang it. Just glad that isn't spikes. Those spikes ruin your day so badly. I see the longsword gives me nice range, but I literally have to be within, like, I'm gonna die distance to do it. And right now, that 1 extra damage, at least to me, is not worth it. Little kobold guy. Oop, dang it. So yeah, those blue guys never blew up and did that. Oh, jeez. This is another one of those platforming rooms. Oh, see? Quarter of my health. Yep, dead. Did I say a quarter of my health? So I've seen that room once before. Squiggle. Goodbye, Squiggle. Those ones are the worst for me because I don't jump well under pressure. That's cool on the map. You can see a little gold glowing dot. It tells you where your essence was, so that when you die, like I did, you just go back and get it. You know exactly where to go. That's cool. Neat little bit that I never noticed before. Run! Oh, of course. Land right on the goblin. Geronimo. So at least right now I like the short sword a lot better because I'm bad enough to need the extra range. Whee. Now let's see if I can do it this time. Oh god, no. Oh, frack. Okay. You know, I only took a ton of damage. Oh, Jorik's note. Wretched trapped rooms. Pierce my feet on the last step. Only he had the strength to slide out of here. Oh no! Haha. Super slide. Nope, nope. Don't die. Oh, jeez, I tried to slide like an absolute fool. So yes, as you can see, now I can go back to areas I couldn't go through before because I have the slide, power slide. Go, go, power slide. Just, say it again, at the moment you really can't see it too well. Well, I'll try and mention it back in the bigger rooms where it's got like the 3 layers and everything. So I'll level up again. I'm gonna do strength. Yes. I'm gonna wait on it. Birdie room. Yeah, like here you can see the 3 layers. There's this layer right here. And there's the middle layer back here. And there's the big, back layer. You can kind of see them moving against each other, which I thought was a really cool effect. Which, by the way, even though you couldn't see it, because Steam Overlay doesn't show, my buddy is trying to mess with me and have messages show up. And he failed miserably. But point being, he said hi. So I guess if you care, say hi back. And again, like, that really matters, because he's never gonna know unless you say hi in comments and he happens to read them. I don't know. I'm just babbling on at this point. Alright, well, very shortly here I'm going to call this episode, and we'll continue onward. Yes, I'm going to go to the bonfire. Alright, and this is one of 4 episodes I plan on doing of the pre-release. I hope you enjoyed taking a look at Chasm, and have a good day.